Hey YouTube, welcome to another edition of Beauty and the Geek. Wow, so Luke and Katie left.
Puffy hair.
Which means Sam and Nicole are returning upstairs to the suites. And nobody's kind of happy to see them come back.
I don't know, I don't have a problem with them.
I don't have a problem with Nicole, but Sam's a little bit of a blowhard.
He's so funny though!
He's even scared of himself and how well he's doing.
He's like, I'm owning these competitions, man.
Wow, I felt really bad for Dave. Dave was drinking at his own pity party.
Because last week, Joshua was like, Dave and Jasmine, you need to step it up. And he was like, oh my god, I'm just such a horrible person.
I'm a loser. You know what? Joshua is a straight up dummy. Yeah, I just want to take him and smack him.
Me too.
So that he closes his mouth at least.
How can you listen to anything that comes out of his mouth? Dave, you're amazing.
Exactly. So this week is a team challenge. And it involves fashion, modeling, and take it away.
Catwalk.
That's right, work it out.
So, guess what? They're going to Comicon.
Woo!
Major Nerd Fest.
Nerdville Central.
Each team has to develop a superhero, and the beauties are in charge of actually like conceptualizing this superhero and their story, and they have to make an arch nemesis.
Yeah. So, wow.
And then the
That's
geeks just have to
thinking.
make the costume.
Just have to make the costume?
That's not...
Don't tell the geeks that. That was a really tough challenge
At
for
first
them.
I thought it would be, but then like I saw they were just putting stuff on like shorts, and like a lot of that stuff they didn't even make.
Some of them actually tried to make it, but we'll get to that. So yeah, the winner of this challenge will send both teams to the elimination.
That's a huge deal.
That is a superpower, as Michael Richards said. So there were some really insane ideas. Some of them stuck, some of them didn't. Sam wanted to be a superhero that would impregnate women.
And then like 5 seconds later they'd give birth.
Please, 5 minutes.
I'm sorry.
Get it right. Jen was hypnotizing people with her boobs. Seems like a great idea. Maybe not. And poor Dave. I mean, he was just trying so hard with that sewing machine.
It's not that hard, Dave. What
Dave,
was the deal?
What is harder to figure out? The mystery that is woman or the mystery that is sewing machine?
Even I can use it.
I know. Well, you're a girl.
It doesn't matter.
You're a beauty. Okay. So yeah, William, you dumb F. You don't go talking smack about your partner when they could walk in the room.
He was like, Jen's idea is so stupid. I'm thinking about just designing whatever will make her look the fattest.
What?
And Jen was right there.
Yeah. Wow.
That was dumb.
That was incredibly stupid.
I'm not liking his attitude.
I'm not either. He's just really full of himself.
He's all high and mighty.
I know. I'm not digging it. But everybody pile in the nerd and beauty bus, because we's going to Comic-Con.
Yay.
Comic-Con, in case you didn't know, is a collection of freaks, weird people, and a bunch of dorks. They rounded out. No, I didn't. Okay, so the judges that they had for this competition, it's not important. All you gotta know is they rounded up a bunch of nerds and they threw them behind a table and said, what do you think?
Yep.
So, first up, Joshua and Shay.
So, Shay's costume was very tiny.
It was very tiny, and the name of her character, by the way, was Steam. And she totally drew a blank when it was time to explain her story.
She was like, I'm Steam, and I don't know.
They were like, it's okay, we know you're nervous. We're nervous too. We're in the room with a girl. So, yeah, so they kind of had pity on her, but not really. I don't think they would dig in her too much at all.
No.
So, Jessie and Erin were up next. And she was Aqualita Splash. I don't know how they came up with that.
I actually liked her costume.
Yeah.
I thought the colors were really nice.
Yeah, it was a bra and a skirt, and
It's a bathing suit top.
okay. But she had top scale dolphins. And you know what? You know what top scale dolphins do? They have telekinetic powers. Because they don't have hands. Come on.
She's got her top scale dolphins doing all of her research at the surface or something.
And they talk.
And they talk in English.
Yeah.
It's called speaking English.
Yeah.
But anyway, we won't get into the grammar part of things because it would just
William and Jen
go on
were
forever.
up next. And she was Phoenix, the Hypnotic Temptress.
I couldn't understand if she was saying Phoenix or Phoenix or
Venus?
Venus.
Is that like a...
No, Phoenix or
Okay.
Venus. Captions sometimes
Yeah.
are not the most reliable.
Well, she had on a bra with a fishnet top and a crotch strip.
Yeah, a so-called crotch strip.
Yeah, and she can just hypnotize people with her boobs. Maybe she could crush them too. John and Natalie are up next. Vinity.
So before, when Natalie was talking to Erin, she was like, I have a secret. My superhero is a villain. It's not that big of a deal. She thought it was this groundbreaking thing.
Yeah, but then she started explaining it and have vines come out of every orifice of your body, including your nipples.
What?
That's not exactly a superpower. But
She's
she is a lady killer. Because she is a lady and she kills.
And she is addicted to killing.
Yeah, I think she actually had the best costume.
I didn't like it.
The workmanship on that bustier, let me tell you.
Did he actually make that?
If he did, he gets the Tim Gunn Sewing
I don't
Award.
know if he made that.
Alright, well, if he did, then he does. Sam and Nicole were up next.
Mm-hmm.
Which she did no sewing.
She just
got that with
glued
the glue.
stuff onto shorts, and he wasn't even wearing a shirt.
He's Metro Man. I think they meant to say metrosexual man.
I think maybe.
And yeah, he was wearing shorts and a bunch of chains.
Mm-hmm.
And he had a freaking piece of paper over his wiener with an M on it.
I don't think that was a paper. It was like a belt thing.
Yeah, it was supposed to be a belt thing, but I think somebody drew it on a little tab of paper.
It worked.
A little
for him.
sticky. Yeah, so he is an underwear model that has breakdancing capabilities.
And one day he was at a party and he went in the bathroom and saw this can of spray tan, and it was actually George Hamilton's.
And it gave him the superpowers of tanning.
Wow. But yeah, he could deflect bullets and lasers
His
off
presentation
of his
was really
belt.
good. I'll have to give him that.
Yeah, he sold that shiz, and there was not much to sell.
He was
but
like the male
sold it.
Wonder Woman, yeah. And then Dave and Jasmine rounding up the rear.
This was the worst costume out of all.
Oh my goodness. It was just scraps of fabric.
Her superhero was Princess Bedhead, which was based on that hair
the bedhead
product.
ad.
Bedhead?
Yeah, she was probably reading Cosmo or something. She puts people to sleep. And, she wasn't making any sense to me
It
at
sounded
all.
like she was making it up as she went.
Yeah, and the nerds were eating it up though.
They were like,
Tell us more, Princess Bedhead. It is wonderful. Okay, so they got honorable mention because for pure entertainment factor alone, because that costume wasn't winning nothing. And yeah, Sam and Nicole, I gotta give it to them.
they won.
Yeah, as much as I don't want them to win, they won.
But I'm not going to get into it.
All right, stair ceremony. So yeah, they come plodding down the stairs, and Natalie and John and Jesse and Erin are on the block.
Ooh.
She and he picked the
because-
two best friends.
Yeah, they're best
Put
friends.
them against each other. That was really cold, I think.
It was pure strategy, and I totally get
It was pure strategy, but it was still cold nonetheless, because they're going to come after you with a vengeance next week.
Isn't
kids.
everyone coming after Sam and Nicole anyway?
Yeah, I guess.
They're pretty much like the power team.
You're right. Okay, so the girls went first, Natalie and Erin. And Natalie got 2 of her questions right, and Erin only got 1. So she's already setting them up for disaster.
Yep.
So John and Jesse stepped up, and John got his first question right.
So Jesse had to get his first question right. And they showed him a picture of a model, and they were like, who is this? It was Kate Moss.
Yes.
And he didn't know! He said Giselle!
Come
Giselle was
on.
not modeling in the 80s or 90s or whatever.
Everybody knows
80s.
Giselle Bundchen looks like Edita Slovinska.
And she's a way taller.
Way. Okay, no lazy eye happening there. Not like Chihuahua here. Okay, so yeah, Jesse and Erin, you must leave. You must go to Nerdville. Alright, so next week, it's a road trip to Mexico.
So, of course, they played the upbeat music.
Yeah.
That they always play for their little field trips. With
Yes.
the whistles.
Yeah. Priceless.
Uh-huh.
Joshua, stay out of the sun.
Oh, he was like putting on sunscreen. He was like...
Somebody should put him in a bottle of sunscreen because he's going to hurt himself.
Mm-hmm.
And William and Jen, I think this is the last straw for them.
This could be the week they're going.
They're going to have a bitch fight.
They are clashing.
Yeah. So we hope you join us next week on Beyond Reality Beauty and the Geek Recap.
Yeah.
Till then, much
Much
love.
love.